So there's a common misconception when using the buggy whip finish on your forehand, and when you're late or dealing with a really fast ball where you want to impart a lot of spin on the ball. And in this video, I'm going to demystify what that misconception is and show you exactly how to do it. Now, first, this video is courtesy of Let's Play Tennis on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to their awesome channel. I've put their link in the description below. Now let's watch his forehand a few times and then we'll analyze his buggy whip finish. All right, so here's what I'm talking about. That finish right there. When you're dealing with a really deep ball, a ball that's kind of pushing you back, and you can see that his left foot is moving backward because he's pivoting off of his right foot. You always want to pivot. Like rotation is more important than getting your weight to go forward. I know it's very popular right now to everybody's talking about getting your weight to go forward into a shot. Well, guess what? Rotation is more important than getting your weight to go forward. So if all you can do is rotate, then that's all you can do. And right here, you can see he's actually rotating on his back foot. It's called a back foot pivot. His right foot pivots and his back foot comes around. So he's dealing with a late contact. So what does he do? He finishes in what actually one of my students calls the shark fin. It's like his racket is a shark fin right over his head. Now, the misconception is that the moment he hits the ball, he moves the racket by bending his right elbow over his right shoulder. So it's like he just hits the ball and immediately moves the racket over his right shoulder. But that's not what happens. You're going to see his racket go over to the left like a conventional finish and then come back in and knock off a birthday hat. Check out his racket. If he were wearing a birthday hat, knocking the birthday hat off from left to right. If he was wearing a birthday hat on his head, my favorite serve tool in order to help you get rid of your waiter's tray serve, the racket would knock the birthday hat off from left to right. Let's look at this one later on. This one right here is a perfect example of it as well. Notice, by the way, he's on his back foot and his left foot comes backward. Watch, his left foot goes backward slightly. That's called a back foot pivot. Look at his finish. His racket is not immediately going over his right shoulder, but it's actually going over to the left, then coming back in over his head from left to right, knocking off a birthday hat. If he was wearing a birthday hat on his head right now, his racket would go whoop, and it would knock the birthday hat off his head. If you want to practice this, wear a physical birthday hat. Finish like your normal finish, going over to the left, and then bring the racket across the top of your head. What this does is allows you to swing up on a late ball, or if the ball is hit really wide to you and you got to run way over. This is a great way to impart a ton of spin, whether you want to hit the ball to someone's feet, or if you have your racket face slightly open, it's a great way to hit a topspin serve. But don't immediately bring the racket over your right shoulder if you're right-handed, but finish more like you're going to finish over the conventional shoulder, that non-hitting shoulder, and then bring the racket back in across over your head. You're going to get a ton of power while imparting the spin you're looking for. Now, the best way to practice these techniques is at home with a Topspin Pro. You can get a Topspin Pro using my link in the description. I'm also going to pin it in the first comment. I absolutely love the Topspin Pro, and I know you will too. And if you're looking for people in your local area to play matches against or practice with, maybe you want to find a local league at your level, or you want to find a coach who's close to you who can help you with your game, then use my link for PlayYourCourt. And it's playyourcourt.com/2-minute-tennis. When you use my link to sign up, you get 50% off. So go out and practice your buggy whip forehand. If you are not using the buggy whip finish at all in your game, then you're simply not hitting the best forehands possible, especially when you're getting pushed back or getting pulled way off the court. Use the professional way to do a buggy whip finish, and there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.